So, ayan, good morning. I said one day. I am your reporter for today. My name is Lawrence Rosas. For this subject, the teacher and the community, school culture, and organizational leadership. So, our topic for today is all about the essential function of culture. So, at the end of this topic, uh, a- you are able to know the functions of culture and its it, and why is it essential. So, recap muna tayo. Let's define culture. Culture is everything that is society's members learn and exchange socially. In the wider view of the world, culture is what distinguishes one individual from another, one group from another, and one society from another. So, yun nga, yung culture nga ay nagsiseparate sa mga tao individually and group, and society from another. Okay. This definition is, pag sinabi nating man dito ay, yun yung people. So, culture is the unique possession of man. Man is born and brought up in a cultural environment. So, man is not only a social animal but also a cultural being. Pag sinabi kasi nating social animal, class, ah tumutukoy siya sa isang animal which is highly interactive with other members of each species. So, ang species natin as tayo ay mga humans. So, kung ang mga humans ay nag-interact to each other, tayo ay social animal. Pero sabi dito, ah hindi lang tayo isang social animal. Isa rin tayong cultural being. Pag sinabi natin cultural being, yun yun, um, may culture tayo na nagsiseparate sa atin sa mga animals. Man cannot survive as man without culture. Sabi nga nila, di ba? Culture fulfills our needs and represents the entire achievements of mankind. Yung culture nga kasi, di ba, ang culture represents the beliefs and practices of a group, while society represents the people who share those beliefs and practices. So, neither society nor culture could exist without other, di ba? So, if there's a society, there's a culture. And if there's a culture, there's a society. Okay, let's proceed to our lesson proper, the functions of culture. Number 1, culture defines situation. Culture defines social situation. Each culture has many subtle indicators that identify each circumstances. It shows whether one should be ready to fight, run, laugh, or make love, etc. So, culture defines situation. For example, if someone approaches you with the right hand outstretched in the waist level, like this, parang ganyan, what does this mean? He just wishes to shake hands with you, di ba? However, in the other places or time, yung pag-extend ng kamay na gano'n, hindi siya pang-handshake lang. May iba na ang scenario ay para siyang nag-trigger or nagbabanta sa kanila. Kaya, ayun, yung culture nila kasi yun. So, another example is yung kissing. Sa European countries, typically greet each other by kissing on the cheek. 3 times. Simula sa right, left, tapos right ulit. So, sa ibang bansa, mostly sa Asian countries like such as India and China, sa India kasi people prone upon kissing. People prone upon kissing each other in public kasi they find it sexual expression nga. So, sa India, ang greet sa kanya is yung namaste. So it is important to know the culture for us to respond in a certain situation. Next. Culture defines attitudes, values, and goals. Each person in his culture, each person learns in his culture what is good, true, and beautiful. Attitudes, values, and goals are defined by the culture, while the individual normally learns them as unconsciously as he learns the language. So, attitude are tendencies to feel and act a certain way. So, attitude. Kung ano yung attitude natin, nalalearn natin siya sa ating environment, sa ating culture. Values are measures of goodness and desirability. When we say values, yun yung pinapahalagahan natin. Like, we value the private property, di ba? Goals are those attainments which our values define as worthy. Pag sabi natin goals, yun yung mga goals natin na 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 na-influence ng culture natin. So, sabihin natin ang goals natin ay isang goal natin kunyari ngayon manalo sa race, parang gano'n. Yun yung goal natin. Next. Culture defines myths, legends, and supernatural. Myths and legends are important part of every culture. They may inspire, reinforce effort and sacrifice, and bring comfort in bereavement. Whether they are true or sociologically unimportant. So when we say culture defines myths, legends, and supernatural, typically ito yung mga ancient story dealing with supernatural beings, ancestors, or heroes that serves as fundamental type in the worldview of the people. So, yun yung mga ghosts, si Santa Claus, kaya nandito siya, si Santa Claus. Isa rin siyang myths, legends, kasi hindi naman natin sure kung tunay ba siya. We cannot understand the behavior of any group without knowing something of the myths, legends, and supernatural beliefs they hold. So, sa iba't ibang bansa, may mga myths, legends, and supernatural. Sa China, katulad na sa China, yung mga dragons, and etc. Sa Greek, yung mga lords nila and god and goddesses. Tapos sa Philippines, yung mga kapre, tikbalang, and other mythical creatures. Yun yung parang bumuo rin sa ating culture. The individual does not have to select, but it is trained in a Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, or some other religious tradition. So, kasama rin dito yung mga religions natin. Is part din sila ng ating culture. Kung ano man religion natin ngayon, dahil yun sa ating culture, kung anong pinaniniwalaan natin. So, next. Culture provides behavior patterns. The individual need not go through painful trial and error learning to know what food can be eaten without poisoning himself, or how to live among people without fear. He finds a ready-made set of patterns awaiting him, which he needs only to learn and follow. So when we say behavior patterns, um, ito yung mga shared beliefs, values, norms, and social practices that are stable over time and that lead to a roughly similar behaviors across similar situation. Uh, Sabi nga dito, parang as you born in this world, there are culture that is waiting for you to interact with. It's all set. It's all set na siya. And all you need to do is to learn and follow it. Sabi nga, hindi na tayo nabuhay dati. Wala nang bago ngayon. Parang yun yung quote doon. Wala nang bago ngayon. Kasi yung mga ginagawa natin and all throughout your life, natutunan na lang natin siya. Hindi tayo nag-trial and error katulad ng ibang ninuno natin na paano gumawa ng apoy, paano kumuha ng kakainin, paano malaman kung ano ba yung poisonous and yung hindi. 'Di ba? So, yun yung mga functions ng culture. 'Di ba? So, doon na po nagtatapos yung lesson. So, in conclusion, number 1, in conclusion, from the discussion, it is important to know the culture for us to respond in a certain situation. Diba sabi natin kanina, malalaman mo lang yung situation na yon if alam mo yung culture nila. So, it defines situation, attitudes, values, and goals. It also defines myth, legends, and supernatural. Culture also provides behavior patterns. Kanina, sabi natin, hindi na tayo nagtitrial and error. These 4 functions of culture is an explanation on why you should respect others' culture. Bakit? Bakit itong 4 functions na to ay nag-explain kung bakit natin kailangang i-respect yung ibang culture. Kasi with these four functions, para lang siyang guide para mabigyan ng attention. Para lang siyang guide sa atin as person or as an individual kung paano mag-act dun sa culture nila or paano natin ma-adapt yung culture nila, di ba? Yun yung kung bakit mahalaga tong functions na to. Kasi without this, pwede kang mapatrouble or ma-misunderstood mo sila. Okay? So, culture distinguishes, leads, changes the personality of the individual and structures of the group. So, yun na nga. Si culture nga kasi yung parang kumikilala or nagdi-distinguish dun sa isang individual or dun sa isang group na binabago rin nila yung personality of individuals. So, once na lumipat ka ng ibang culture, possible na maiba rin yung kung lilipat ka ng society, possible na mabago yung culture mo kasi hindi natin alam kung iba yung culture natin sa culture nila. So, possible na magbago rin yung culture mo if ever na bago yung culture nila. Okay po? As a future teacher, knowing the functions of culture, as a future teacher nga, kailangan aware tayo of what is happening on the society. When we are able to work in different areas, knowing the important functions of culture, it allows us to be more open, accepting, and tolerant of other people. So yun na nga, once na lumipat tayo ng different areas with different culture, magiging open tayo knowing these functions of culture, magiging open tayo, ma-accept natin sila, and mabilis natin ma-adapt yung culture nila. So being exposed to diverse culture can help us appreciate more in life. The more we interact with people, uh the more we interact with people from different cultures, the more we value and respect them. So yun na nga, pag tumagal ka doon, possible na matutunan mo yung culture nila, and with that, makakapagbigay ka ng respect sa mga tao doon sa society. So that's it for my topic. Thank you for listening, and I hope you stay safe and God bless. Bye.